Go live.
Yeah,
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah, we'll do it live. We'll do it live. No, definitely don't go live because the last time I went live from this location, like, it was 96% dropped frames. Like, oh yeah, that's going to be really entertaining for the people over on Twitch.
They'll love this slideshow.
Oh yeah, they're gonna love this. Yeah, they're gonna love this slideshow. It's gonna be the best.
It's like a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah. So, welcome to our very first recording of the Cyberpunk Cascadia Cyberpunk 2020 role-playing game featuring myself, Dungeon Master Wojecht, and then with us we have Fire, Ronin.
Hey.
We have Violet and Chad all playing here together today. Starting off here, we have the world of Cyberpunk Cascadia, much like the rest of the Cyberpunk world, however, just expanded upon in the Cascadia region. We find ourselves here with our friendly, intrepid group of edge runners in the slums of central Surrey. This intrepid group of edge runners have recently completed a 6-month-long upgrade to their interiors and exteriors of their newfound headquarters of the old BDO Records building, which is located roughly here in the downtown core of Central City Center in Surrey. Lots of sounds in there. Very good for the tongue twisters. The 6-month-long process of upgrading the interior of the BDO record buildings has led to a vast overhauling of much of the building. Its entryways have been reinforced with scanning plates, and its elevator inside of the central entryway has been repurposed for extractions of anyone who might find themselves wanting to enter into the building without permission. The group of them itself, we have young Chad in his server room, much of the time spent here logged onto the net, searching through various BBS message boards and looking for new and exciting, exotic, how should we put this delicately, exciting visual interests, one might say. The young Fire often is found within his mixing booth slash bedroom of what is the now former BDO Records building, which now has the haphazard slapped paper sign of Fire Records.
Super high quality right there.
The best of qualities.
I used my best marker.
Just in front of the building, just just down here, and we have Ronin, the resident fixer, or well, no, not fixer, our resident Techie, who has been spending much of his time down in the basement on some less than moral experiments on a cadaverous body whose he's been keeping alive over the last 6 months with injections of various chemicals and agents to make sure that he is induced in a chemically induced coma this entire time while he tries out some new and exciting hallucinogens on this poor fellow, all the while working on his new reanimating device to help heal people whom need it. Simply put them inside the reanimator, and out they come with whatever spare parts that we can haphazardly slap onto them, and out they go. And finally, however, not leastly, often we have our Violet Viper, the most deadly of the group and resident solo, often found inside her gym up on the 3rd floor, not too far away from the stairs up to the roof where the newly purchased family AV sits, where you guys can quickly take off. During these last few months of us doing these renovations and working and training, a lot of things have been happening in and around the city of Cascadia. A large section of the city, the area in which around that you live, the town itself is run down, and many of the people who've been living there for all of these years have made by the fruit of what little opportunities are to be had for the uneducated and ill-equipped masses of people who still reside within the greater Cascadia region. Many of the jobs that would be ubiquitous with the region over the years have become automated and outsourced to wherever the corporate officers has found that they can make the biggest buck. That being said, things change, and while there has been little opportunity in this local region for some time, the city is abuzz with the news that the Dragonfly AV manufacturing company is transferring away from their automated workforce to that of a more human workforce. The Chad, on the local net, you've seen a lot of advertising by Dragonfly AV, citing that the local recruiters are out and about looking for eager young people to join their ranks to replace their robotic workforce with real flesh and blood people, because they care about their local community and they want their people to be working for them. Because what better way to revitalize their sales of AEVs, to much like Henry Ford did back in the day. They need to have workers who they can pay money, who can buy their products. And just like that, they want the local people of the Surrey area to take over their newly streamlined production facility for people. Likewise, Fire, the local medias, are playing similar advertisements on the local radio waves. And Violet, you have also heard in your local solo groups that you keep in contact with, and even Griff has contacted you about these new opportunities at Dragonfly AV. And many people are very interested in joining up, and so they have.
All right. How far away is Dragonfly AV?
From you guys, the actual manufacturing plant itself is roughly Dragonfly AV. If you guys are here, Dragonfly AV is over up over into here. So it's a little bit a ways away, but they've been specifically they've cast a wide net for the people that they've been wanting to bring in, and a lot of these people are, you know, low, very low income people who are very more than willing to get a job.
Well, I mean, we should definitely go. Ronin's been requested.
Nope, you have not been requested. These are just this is just things
guys,
that you guys have heard over the last little
It
while.
sounds like that Dragonfly AV is trying to take advantage of the well, I would like to say the lower middle class, but there is no longer a lower middle class. Just taking advantage of people who are out of their luck. I don't think that's right.
So
I
what are
mean,
we gonna do about it?
I kill
mean-
people for a living, so it doesn't
Well, they're
really matter
asking
that much
for
to me.
they're asking for new hires. We could pose as new hires, and see what's going on internally.
Interesting.
I mean, we could just simple case the joint, see what's going on. The old case and race, as they call it, on the street.
So how are we gonna get in? We gotta get costumes.
Well, you see, Fire's gonna pull out his makeup kit. I can doll us all up to look. What do the kids say that's cool nowadays?
They don't. Nothing kids say are cool.
Right. Yeah. I'll just make us look ugly, and gross, and homeless.
That sounds like a fantastic idea.
Sounds like I'm way ahead of you.
Ronin, you don't need anything. Maybe we'll just give you a bath, actually.
Yeah, maybe with Chad as well. On that, please.
You don't understand. We're generating our own natural cologne right off of our own body.
But I don't appreciate it. It's not good. Trust me.
Oh man, can't you turn your smell off?
I mean, I don't have that implant. I don't need one.
That would be really cool. I can just stop smelling Chad.
That would be great.
I wish there was. I bet you there's a lot of people out there who could just wish they could stop smelling Chad.
But there's a lot of people out there who wish they could smell Chad.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't think
Maybe
there's-
like 2.
I don't think there's anybody who wants to smell Chad.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make y'all look. I'm gonna make Violet and myself look ugly.
Okay.
Excellent.
I'm still gonna be purple, right? You're not
Yeah.
changing that?
You'll still
Okay.
be purple doll.
Okay.
We'll just I grab some coffee grounds and rub it into your face.
You're not gonna touch my beard, are you? It's really coming in.
No. I would never touch your beard.
Stroke the
Trust me.
three strands of hair on his neck.
Oh, gross.
Gross.
The grossest of gross. Yeah. Fire. Can I have a disguise?
I got a wardrobe and style.
Yes. Yeah. Give me some wardrobe and style to dress to disguise your guys' selves.
Are we sure these guys are the bad guys? I mean,
Well,
they're
we're
hiring
just
people
checking it
instead
out.
of robots. They seem to not agree with the concept of Reaganomics. They're stimulating the local economy.
Yeah,
Maybe
but they're the
whole
corpos,
worker-
man.
Well, I mean, we're gonna infiltrate and find out, I guess.
This is true.
Where?
If they're looking for people too, and they're actively recruiting, maybe we can get them to pick us up.
My sheet won't open.
Your sheet won't open?
Do you want me to roll? I have 2 points in it.
I've opened it up here. I'll roll
Oh.
for you. Fire. You use what you have available with you in and around. I'm sure with the time that you guys have to go and do this, you can even go out and buy a couple of extra things if you want. But with your skills of an artist, you manage to mock the 4 of you up well enough that anyone at a cursory glance wouldn't recognize you. You guys aren't that famous enough that people would automatically recognize you, but someone who did know you would have to take a good, double look at you and be like, "Oh, hey, how's it going? Is it Halloween already?" But yeah, as you guys, did you guys take your AV or you take the mystery mobile?
Doesn't matter to me. Maybe the mystery mobile.
Something nice and inconspicuous.
Should we steal
It has
a car?
the pickups for my computer and stuff too, so might be handy to have that just in case.
Yeah. As you guys exit out of the building, heading over towards your mystery machine, you fire. you are drawn to the dulcet tones of a synth guitar. Just over here, a young man and his girlfriend sit as he busks for what spare change that he can get.
Oh man, I'm gonna throw him a few credits.
You walk up over to the young man. He's playing a synth guitar, and the melody that he is playing is quite. Well, I mean, let's actually see how good it is. I mean, it's okay. You recognize that he has some potential. And
I mean, it's a pretty tasty riff.
yeah, it's a pretty decent, tasty riff. And he says, "Hey, man, thanks a lot." He keeps playing while doing this. He says, "Hey,
I'm gonna start playing in tune with him.
nice." The two of you guys start jamming out, and the with him here. Oh God, the fire fumbles his guitar. You must have forgotten to plug it in today, and you literally can't even turn on your guitar. It's
No.
it's lithium ion batteries must have are completely depleted. You play your guitar like one would play a unplugged Guitar Hero peripheral device from the early 2000s.
Just slapping noises.
Mm-hmm. Just like little button pressing and like little clickety clack noises. Joey.
Oh, there isn't really any buttons on it. It's all like touch pads.
Right. Yeah, basically you just like move your hands around. He looks up at you and he gives you a little cockeyed glance as he says, "Yeah, that's really good, man. Haha. Thanks for the money. I'll see you around." He gets back to his playing as other people come around and put a piece of coin in his jar as they head off. You slink your head in shame, Fire. The one other Rockerboy in the city that you've come across, and you've brought great dishonor to the Fire Records building.
Everyone thinks I'm lame.
That they do. Seemingly everyone thinks you're lame. Or at least everyone in this radius around you. Like,
Fair enough.
So yeah. Everyone within hearing distance. With that, the rest of you load up into the mystery machine here and head off to check out the Dragonfly AV manufacturing plant. Driving along the road out of the Hive district section of town, you head out into the larger industrial parks along the Fraser River banks, whose acidic and acrid smell of the waters are now no longer suitable for habitation. The distant future of the year 2020 has left much large ecological damage to the area from over the industrialification of the area and left much of it decimated, and the wildlife in the area long since gone. You pull up to just outside of the Dragonfly manufacturing plant, and the large steel corrugated fencing on the outside of it that seals everything off. You can peer through the slats of the fence line as you drive by it, and you can see inside a series of very large box structures in which slowly but surely an AV, one after another, is slowly taken out from the assembly line and loaded onto a larger flat deck AV, which then in turn takes off and flies to somewhere off in the distance. Looking around, you park and you find yourself here. Now that you are here, what do you do?
Is there a long line?
There is in the main, what seems the main entryway for foot traffic into the area, there is a quite long lineup of applicants, and there is a crew of people just in front of the main entryway who are doing some preliminary medical exams for those who are being admitted in.
Uh-oh.
You can see that a few of these people are being rejected due to having either not having enough limbs or too many limbs in some cases. The people that are being let in are usually of the on the younger side of people, the healthy, able. They don't seemingly discriminate on any kind of metric other than the physical capability of one's body. There's a lineup of probably 100 people waiting to be entered, and every few minutes another person joins the line.
I guess we queue, guys.
Sure.
Yeah, let's lock up the mystery machine and get in line.
Sure.
I'm gonna walk up to where they're scanning the people, and I'm gonna expose all of my arms and do a triple backflip.
Okay. You head up to the front of the line. There is a medical officer up on there, as well as two enforcer-looking people. These two enforcers are quite large and intimidating. All of them are wearing like full respiratory medical gear, but the two large men look to have large jackhammer automatic shotguns, and they're quite diligent at making sure that none of the crowd get too close to the doctor as he's making his preliminary examinations. As you approach them, one of them kind of steps forward to get in between you and the doctor as he's working on a young man, and you come forward and do your little stunt. May I have a roll?
Mm-hmm. Athletics?
Yeah, sure. Give me an athletics.
And with my legs, I get a 50% boost to my jump height.
Okay.
So,
so you
do I
jump.
add any
So
modifier
no, you
to that, or do I just leave
you
it?
just jump higher when you do this. It's if you
Okay.
succeed, it's just all more impressive. What is that? What did you roll? You rolled a 3 out of 4. Not that.
Yeah, just click my athletics.
Yeah. So you, thankfully, because you do jump that high, you didn't like land on your face and look like an idiot or anything, but you do stumble a little bit. The large enforcer looks up at you, and in a semi-autonomous robotic voice, he says, "That was very good."
Does the doctor see?
Uh, the doctor looks over at you and kind of, motions you over towards him as he finishes up with the person that he's examining. He's rejected that person for whatever reason. He says, "You there, young man, I assume? Yes? Are you looking for a job?"
Depends on what the job is.
Dragonfly AV is hiring some people to serve as factory floor employees for the new streamlined AV construction facility here. Are you familiar with the ins and outs of construction for building materials? Yes?
Half of my body is construction. That's
Ah.
literally what I do.
Oh, you did all of this. Ah, very interesting. Please, come here. Let me take a look over you.
Okay.
He sits you down in a chair and begins to examine you. He takes a look at the back of your neck area and at the. He's paying specific attention to the base of your skull and cranium. Do you have any hair on your head?
I'm wearing a helmet.
He asks you to take off your
No.
helmet. I can't conduct my examination if I can't see your skull, sir.
Oh, okay, fine. I'll take my helmet off for a
Thank
second, but I'll keep it in my hand.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. Whatever. Just take off your helmet. I mean, thanks. Do you have any hair on your head?
No.
No? So you're just like completely bald?
Yeah, it's like, just a shaved head.
Okay. He pays specific attention to the base of your skull, where your spinal column meets up with the base of your skull. He says he mutters something to himself about co-processors. Oh yes.
Co-processor?
Oh, Yeah. Why don't you roll me a a tech check, Ronin?
Basic tech?
No, not a basic tech.
Oh, just I see.
Electronics or cyber tech. So cyber tech. So he says he's examining the back of your skull, as well as muttering coprocessors. This alerts you to the fact that you know, he's checking you to see if you already have any coprocessors or anything like this.
Which I do not.
Which you do not. He looks you up and over and, notices all of the rest of your the technology on you and says, well, I think under the circumstances that we could definitely admit you into phase 2 of our hiring process. He hands you a pen, a clipboard, and a piece of paper. He says, you can take these, head inside into the compound, fill them out, and hand them to the receptionist at the front door when you make your way in. You look in the direction that he's pointing, and he's pointing down a long tunnel down into that leads into the large manufacturing plant. It's a large corrugated steel tube that leads from a open doorway in between the two large enforcer men and the outside examination table. He hands these things to you and says, well, if you're interested in having a job, I think that we might have one for you. In you go.
How many spots are you hiring?
I don't know that. I just do the preliminary examinations to see if you'll be a right fit for our operations here.
All right. Well, you got to check my friends too, because they're outside and I can't go without them. So I'm gonna walk over to the security guards and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, come in! Like, come in now."
Ronin is motioning over towards the rest of you guys.
Sure.
Fire. You walk over towards them, and the medical officer looks you up and down, asks you, yeah, okay, whatever, I guess the rest of these people can wait. So, please, sit down here while I do this examination quick.
I sit on the stool.
He looks you over, up and down, and eventually does some scanning on you with a small local device. I see that you don't have any cybernetics whatsoever. Is there a reason for that?
Too poor?
Ah, too poor, I see. Well then, there's no medical reasoning. You don't have some type of strange biomolecular reason that you would be prone to rejection, would you?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
No.
All right, very good. Well, may enter, if you please. He hands you this other form to fill out and a piece of paper. Next.
Yeah, I'll go. I sit down and remove my hat.
Likewise, he examines the base of your skull and makes note of, oh, very interesting. These teeth of yours, injectors. You have the look of a hired gun, ma'am. Would, I think you may be in the wrong line up here. I think that you would be better suited alongside my friends here. Um, he motions towards the two large goons standing side by side him. I don't think that you would be suited for the factory positions whatsoever, but that is my job. Erlek, what do you think? I think that she would make a great addition to the Dragonfly AV Operative Division.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, I'll take any job I can get.
Well, I'll have to make a little phone call here first, but why don't you just go and stand here with your friends for a minute, and he also hands you another form to fill out while he raises his hand to his temple, puts two fingers up to it, and you can see in his, he closes his eyes, and they, quickly dart back and forth, and after doing this for a few moments, he opens them back up and says, I'm sorry, ma'am, but I don't think that we have a job for you at the moment. I'm quite sorry for this, but I'm sorry. And he reaches and grabs back the the folder from you and gingerly takes the pen and says, "Next."
What?
Yeah, I'll come up and tip my fedora off.
The doctor is visually repulsed by you as you approach. His nose kind of snarls, and you sit down, and he immediately says, "No, no, 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 no. I'm sorry, absolutely not. I refuse to examine this walking trash pile. My God, the smell is worse than I thought it would be. I saw him coming from a mile away, and even though he has fantastic calves, um, I could not perform any kind of operations on this man whatsoever. This is absolutely repulsive. It's like week-old cheese that's been left in the open air, rotting in the sun next to a dead body.
Wow.
How much
Gosh.
taller is Chad with his new legs?
Chad is now about another 3 centimeters taller.
What would I have to roll to just lift my leg up like Captain Morgan style so that my foot is up really high up on something and just start flexing my calf to intimidate him?
Ooh. Well, I mean, you can roll an intimidation check, and then you can have a little bit of a bonus to intimidate him with your superior.
I don't think I have that. What's that under?
Intimidation is
Cool.
under. Yes.
I don't. Can I do just a straight up cool check?
Yes, you can do a straight up cool check.
All right. What should my modifier be then? For those beautiful calves.
Because you're flexing off your calves at him, I'll give you a +1 bonus.
I distinctly olive-colored 10.
Yes. You're
Sorry, how much of a bonus was that?
just
A plus
plus,
one.
just a +1. Calves are notoriously not the most intimidating of muscle groups. Nobody's ever been like, oh man, I don't want to mess with that guy. Did you see his calves?
They're mesmerizing.
Yeah. While the envy of bodybuilders everywhere, Chad, your calves are just not that intimidating.
What if I show off my newfound vertical?
Hold on, I'm going to see just how cool this doctor is. He's a lot cooler than you are.
Yeah.
I want to jump really high.
Nice.
You stealth your way up there?
Oh, it was supposed to be a strength. I'm sorry.
Cool cape move, I'm imagining. Or his trench coat.
Yeah, you use your stealth. You hide behind your trench coat, and then you like drop it, but then you like jump vertically up. Dodge, escape up. You jump up and show the impressive jumping abilities of your calves. Leaping up high into the air, you have a vertical of a good 3 feet, which, I mean, is quite impressive, right? I mean, that's about
Fire
like,
claps.
yeah, Chad jumps like vertically straight up into the air, and the doctor is a little taken aback at the physical performance of this tall, lanky creature who clearly doesn't look like he's been outside of a well-lit room in 6 months. The doctor looks back at you up and down and just holding his hands up to his respirator. He hands you another of these things, and another one of the clipboards with the files on them. It says, yeah, just take it, just get out of here with your smelliness. God. He looks back over at Violet, and he says, I'm sorry, ma'am, but we just don't have any use for a person of your caliber.
I couldn't
Miss
even work
Viper.
on the factory floor.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Viper, is it? But,
Yes, that's fine.
yes. I thought that you might be a good fit, but we've had a little. The higher ups have said no. I'm very quite sorry about all this, but yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. No worries. I guess I will go sit in the mystery machine.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go wait in the car.
You go wait in the car. You can't help but feel some kind of
I want
like
to lean over to the doctor
and I want to like whisper it to him, like, "Hey, man, just between me and you, why? Why is she not allowed?"
I don't know. The voice in my ear just told me not to give her one of the clipboards to admit her inside.
Who's the voice?
Of my superiors, my person who tells me what to do. My boss. I'm just a worker. I'm not Mr. Dragonfly. I'm just a lowly medical officer. They don't tell me these things. I thought she was a good fit too. She looks like a healthy young lady who would be really useful here at the thing, but I guess that somebody knows a thing or two about her and we don't want her to work here.
And Chad couldn't come either, right?
Yeah, well, he just smells like shit, so I didn't want to examine him.
Well, you're not wrong.
I didn't want to examine him.
Okay. Well then, who's still with us then? Just me and Fire?
You, Fire, and he gave a clipboard to Chad. He didn't even examine him.
No, my calves were so impressive that he let me in.
Yeah, he didn't examine Chad whatsoever. He just gave him a clipboard and told him to like go with you just to get him out of the way.
Sorry.
Okay, can we read this clipboard then?
Yeah, the clipboard on it. All of yours are exactly the same. They have, your name, all of your pertinent information details are there to be, filled out by you. And there's a long list of like medical questions in the a lot of medical questions inside of the forms. Specifically, like if you have any cybernetics, what kind of cybernetics you have, what brand are they, what kind of, if you have any coprocessors that are built into your brain, like what kind are they, as well as there is a medical release form to do some indeterminate biopsies on prospective candidates.
Biopsies?
Mm-hmm.
Biopsies of what?
I don't know, your brainstem maybe? Who knows?
Oh. Fuck.
Something tells me that I should be working on the other side of this operation. I don't want to be the one being experimented on. I want to be the one that's helping these people experiment. Is there any way that I can like talk to the doctor about, like, can I prove to him like, hey man, I think you know that my talents would be wasted if I was just one of your...
I don't think we should be helping the corpos.
Are we against this?
I mean, I'm against them. They're corporate.
You infiltrate them better by going up to higher levels.
I'm more concerned with what's going on at the lower levels.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I mean, personally.
The two guards just outside the gate are, motioning you forwards to go inside the large tube that goes inside of the factory.
Okay.
To the factory tube.
You enter into the factory. As an aside, just as a small reminder, you guys have all been issued mastoid commos during this time that you've been preparing in these last 6 months for things. Violet, you notice that when the team enters into this tunnel, their signals from their mastoid commos goes blank.
Okay. Is there a lot of security around the other sides of the building?
Oh yes.
Rather than
There's like 10-foot tall, not chain link fence, corrugated steel slat walls. The steel slat walls have a good probably like a inch in between each of these steel slats, and the steel slats themselves are on a small degreed angle so that you can kind of see in between, but you have to like go back and forth like you're trying to look inside of a microwave in order to see what's really going on in any part of it. They're about 10 feet tall, and each of the individual slats are actually quite thick, and at the top of them, large spikes on the top of each of one of them, and you can every now and then you can even see a slight electric arc passing across the top of each of these spike tips. Also, looking around, there's quite a lot of security cameras as well, and also that of the occasional patrolling security AV vehicle that run laps in the airspace around the factory itself.
Can I see through the steel barrier with my infrared vision?
Yeah, you can.
So I can probably see Fire and like Chad in the building.
Yeah, you can
sort of.
see them walking down the tunnel towards into the building, but once they get further into there, the infrared heat of the goings on in the building itself, you kind of lose their individual heat signature amongst the mass of heat inside of the building itself, and they kind of just blend in to everything else.
Okay. I'll get out of the car and kind of just like hang out on the perimeter, but like not too close because of the like patrolling guards or whatever, just to see, just to be close by, just in case, and like keep an eye out.
Yeah. Give me a awareness notice, please. Ooh. Or is that a fumble? It is
Yeah, I rolled.
It is it is a fumble.
It's a pretty high fumble.
It is a really high fumble, but still a fumble nonetheless.
Yeah.
You have a 7 plus a 3 plus 8. Oh no, wait, no, you didn't roll a 10 in there anywhere, so you didn't.
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
Yeah. I was thought that maybe you did roll a critical success and then rolled a 1 for your following one, which would explain the high number, but no, you're just really good at what you do, but you're just oblivious to certain things. The heat signatures coming from the factory itself are blotting out a lot of the peripheral areas in the infrared spectrum, and you have to go into normal vision mode to really make anything out in any kind of definition. This impedes you really looking out at anything in the local area, but you do notice that you know, as people come and go, they take in mostly anybody who really shows up. They do happen to reject a couple of very beat up looking old Borgs that look quite dejected once they get turned away, spouting off, "Hey man, we got a right to work. You know, some of us people need to work too. You gotta give us jobs, man." And they kind of just head off and, you know, pick up a couple of rocks and hurl it at the factory. And one of the two enforcers draws their shotguns and just guns them down.
Fair enough.
Those poor people.
The three of you, Fire, Chad, and Ronin, you head down the large causeway of the tunnel that leads into the rest of the factory, and you find yourselves walking into a reception area with a large amount of row back-to-back seating. There's probably there's probably about 200 people in this preliminary reception area who are all filling out forms, and there is the reception desk is filled with several different people who are all processing these forms. From the room in which you guys are in right now, it's a large room with a center circular reception area, and then surrounding that are just, you know, rows of these kind of like hospital waiting room seating, and then a few security doors on the east and west side of the building of this door that look quite secure, and then another large double sliding door that every now and then will open up, and a man will step out with some more security and say, "Group B, please file up and enter in here after me. We will be starting your orientation onto assembly line 6B." You guys all find, as you guys enter into this space, there's security guards everywhere. They're just kind of all looking over everybody, and with your clipboards and pen in hand, what do the three of you do?
I start filling out this form, and what do these people around here look like?
A lot of them look like just your average person. A lot of them have some cybernetic enhancements to them. You know, the odd cyber limb, cyber eye. Nothing like too extravagant or anything like that. But a lot of these people do look quite desperate for work. A lot of emaciated faces, and the general sense of the look on everyone here is that of, you know, quiet desperation, and the hope that maybe at the end at some point during all of this they'll get like a hot meal, and they won't have to worry about you know, having to watch out for the booster gangers tonight when they
My
when
God,
they go to sleep.
these poor souls. This job's just a homeless shelter.
Can we walk around and talk to some of these people?
Yeah, sure. There's a young man sitting next to in a group of three of his other friends, all talking about, oh man, I told you it was a good idea to come here. Looks like we're going to be able to, you know, make enough money for a while, and maybe we'll be even be able to save enough cash to, you know, move out of the slums and get a, you know, a real suburban joint one of these days. You know, live the old Cascadian dream, white picket fence and a robo-dog, eh?
Is that like the general mood of the room?
Not particularly. A lot of the people are kind of keeping to themselves, but this...
Who looks the most desperate?
There's a huddled, rat-faced, kind of emaciated looking man who's off in a corner by himself. Every now and then he kind of, you know, darts and looks around, mutters something to himself, and just kind of keeps his clipboard really close to his chest and scribbles something down in there really quickly, and, you know, just darting his eyes back and forth, and, you know, making sure that nobody ever really gets too close to him.
I'm going to approach him slowly and sit down beside him with my clipboard to fill it out.
No. Hey man, you're getting a little bit too close to me. You mind backing up a bit?
I scooch over a bit.
That's better,
I
man.
give him a few feet.
Thanks.
Yeah, we're good, dude.
Yeah.
I've seen many faces. Yours looks like it's got a story.
Yeah, man, everybody's got a story. You know, I like stories. Yeah, I like,
Yeah.
you know, Captain Flash. He's my favorite guy from the stories.
Man, Captain Flash is pretty great.
I know, right?
But what's your story? Because you could be Captain Flash too. You could have a story, my friend.
No, man, I couldn't be Captain Flash. He's got skills. I mean, all I was really good at was, you know, taking some black ice. But other than that, you know.
I think you're better than that, friend.
Yeah. Well, thanks. I mean, my name's Rory. What's your name?
You could just call me Fire.
Yeah. My next door neighbor died in a fire. I hope you're not gonna kill me too.
No, I stopped doing that.
Wait, did you kill my next door neighbor? I was joking about
No, I didn't kill your next door. I don't know who your next door neighbor is.
That's fucked up, man. Why would you joke about that shit? That ain't cool.
So I'm sorry. Shit. My neighbor died. No. Yeah, that really sucks. How's it going with the forum?
Well, I'm having a little trouble filling out my address because, I don't have one.
Here, you can use my address.
Really? Oh. Thanks, man.
I give him the Fire Studios address.
He fills that out and he says, that's great, man. I've heard some good things about this place. I hear they really take good care of you here. They even hook you up with a couple of upgrades so that you can better be fit in with their assembly line here. It's at least that's what I hear.
But don't you aspire to be more than just a robot, my friend? Couldn't you do more than just be upgraded to a machine?
Well,
to perform a task?
I could do that, but I haven't been able to find any jobs recently. So, it's really hard for somebody to do some scavenging when all the good places pick clean so far.
I see. I'm gonna finish filling up my form and then go hand it in.
Cool.
These people look desperate, guys. They look like they have no other choice but to, like, come here. Feel bad for them, Like, these people need a homeless shelter that provides this service, not a job that they have to work at to get a meal.
I'm curious as to why they're just giving away free stuff. What's the motive for that?
Well, because, in the article it said that they were unable to upgrade new machines. They lost a contract. I don't know. It sounds like something's going on with the CEO.
Yes, in the information pertinent to all of this, I sent in the chat a little while ago. I know this was a couple of weeks ago, but I'll send it again here really quick while I pause our recording.
Don't you have chips already?
No, I don't have any chips.
I was gonna say, while we're filling out paperwork, it might be worthwhile to find if I can kind of discreetly plug into a terminal somewhere with like a Trode or something, just while we're filling out the paperwork, and I can just look and see if there's a back door that I could just unlock and open. So, just in case, like, if we need to, Violet can always come in the back door.
Boy. Oh,
Nice.
like that kind of back door.
Like, yeah, like an actual door, like a...
Like an actual back door. I see.
She needs to come inside the door.
Right.
Immediately.
Yeah. Once she's in, she won't have any more. No, that's no good.
No. No,
Did we run out of double entendres?
You're gonna rework that one before you send it out into the world.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Back to the drawing board, folks.
Yeah. Hold on. It's just. Oh, that's really small. There we go. It's too big. Better.
Recording again yet?
Yeah, we're recording.
Cool.
So yeah.
Does this paperwork, when we're filling it out, does this paperwork say anything about how we have to be chipped?
No. It doesn't say anything specifically about getting chipped.
Okay.
Well, I guess we have to sign consent on this form to hand it in.
That is true. There is a very long legalese inside this release form for the company to for you to be considered a prospective employee of Dragonfly AV.
Can I take the paperwork? Like, what is the general vibe of this room like? Are we able to leave if we want, or is there like resistance that would stop us now?
No, there is an exit that you can go out of. Not many of these people are backing out at this point, but every now and then, yeah, some person who doesn't look like too down on their luck, though it looks like one guy kind of gets like halfway through, reading it and starts actually reading the terms of service and sees something in there that he doesn't like and just kind of looks at it and just kind of scoffs to himself and gets up and just leaves his notepad there, and he keeps the pen,
He's not
For the trip.
lucky yet.
he's not an idiot. He keeps the pen, obviously.
I want to look over and give him a nod of solidarity when I see him steal that pen.
Yeah, he steals the pen and he just leaves. The three of you are still kind of just chilling out, though. However,
No. I'm finishing up my paperwork and handing it in. I've signed all the consents.
oh, okay.
With I've signed them as for FORE.
I see.
Forged in
But
the
it
document.
looks like an I. I mean, you're allowed to falsely sign something. They don't know what your signature is.
The paperwork has autocorrect.
I'm sorry. Did you mean fire? No, I didn't mean fire.
Don't worry, we've got your personal address now.
Yeah, you did give your personal address to that one sketchy.
Yeah, but the address is BD Records, not Fire Records.
This is true.
It's just a piece of paper on the front.
Yeah.
It's over the
Almost
BD
got the wrong
sign.
information.
Oh no, I gave him the right address. But I only refer to the
Just fucking
studio
with the dude?
as Fire Studios.
Come to my house and I'll feed you and clothe you, and you give him the wrong address.
No, I gave him the right address.
What the fuck, man?
Why would...
Is Fire here? Yeah, man. Fire's here. He's
Sends
in
him
the
to a bad
back.
neighborhood.
Sedge dead, baby.
Well,
He's in the back. Why don't you come on inside? Okay.
hey, little man, have you ever been to Brazil before?
Oh no.
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
I want to fill in my paperwork with this is my name.
Robert drop table employees. Sure. You fill that out has your name in the in that section. The legalese inside of the form that you guys are filling out is quite extensive. Fire, you hand yours in, and the person at the front desk takes it, puts it in through a scanning machine, and then a flash happens, and they take your picture. And then
No, what? Oh no. Okay, thanks.
and then they hand you a data puck with the number D5 on it, and they say, please take this data puck and please wait for your group to be called. In the distance, you can hear a robotic voice go, now summoning D4.
Oh, guys! Was that the puck I got?
No, you got a D5, so it sounds like you're up next.
Oh. I'm gonna walk through anyway.
You're gonna walk through anyway?
Yeah, I think I'm D4.
It's like the boarding group at for an airline, right? Except
What? Oh.
Except they
Yeah.
So the large double door area slides open, and a security guards come out, and all of the D4s line up and are admitted further into the factory. Ronin, Chad, what are you doing? Fire is simply waiting for his group to be called.
Well, I'm gonna take the paperwork. I'm gonna put it in my pocket.
You're gonna leave?
Yeah.
Okay. Ronin.
I want to submit my paperwork and see whether when they enter that name, whether it wipes their database.
They take it in. They scan in your documents, and a quick little flare-up happens at their terminal before what you would know, Chad, as the electronic version of a circuit breaker essentially just downs the person's console whom you have done this very low-tech hacking onto. So clearly Dragonfly, while you were effective in the essentially nuking of this one terminal, the data fortress as a whole of Dragonfly is a little more secure than being able to input actual just like command codes into these data ports manually like that.
All right, worth a shot. I'm going to, while that confusion is going on, I'm just going to walk out.
Okay. You also exit. Violet, back
See you later,
out.
Fire!
Leave Fire alone in the building.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Yeah, everybody else has been like, yeah, no, I'm out. Which, it's not a bad idea. Fire. They call for the D5s to line up and come on in further into the inside.
Fire starts sweating.
Your little data puck starts flashing this.
Oh shit!
It's Olive Garden, baby, and your table's ready.
That's right.
Okay, I get up to go to my table.
Yeah, you get up and go to your table. The large doors open up once again, and all of the other D5s start to line up like all of the other people have lined up to enter inside of the bowels of this factory. Um, this room that you see before you that's opened up is just like this kind of cavernous room, and from just beyond there, you faintly hear the sound of a single gunfire shot from within the area, and then a woman starts to try and break past past the security guards from the inside out to where you are. She tries to break past them. You can see that she's in like a surgical gown, and there's blood just running down from the back of her skull.
I try to step in between her and the security guards as she passes by and try to bulldoze them.
You get in between her and the security guards. The security guards knock you aside, and one of them is about to open fire up into onto this woman before a large, an even larger security officer who's wearing this large black full body armored suit grabs the other security officer's gun, pushes it down so that it's no longer leveled against them, and in binary chatter he just goes, you know, and the woman just drops down to the ground face first, just like face plants into the ground.
Uh-oh.
The men, some doctors, rush out from the back and pick her up, and over the loudspeakers say, "Do not worry, everything is fine. Dragonfly employees are taking care of a cyber psychosis case. This person lied on their resume and did not divulge a biomolecular aberration in their neocortex. This is the result of lying on one's forms. Please do not lie on your forms. That is all."
I start to be like, I'm so sorry. I just forgot that I had a Nutra turkey in the oven at home, and some potatoes, and I just gotta go check out. I'll be right back. I'm spending all my luck on this persuasion as I walk out of here.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, man, it was a really expensive Nutra turkey. They're hard to come by.
Between the confusion of what's happening around with the rest of the people inside of the waiting room here, the woman bleeding out on the ground, and the security officers trying to maintain order, and a medical team with stretchers coming out and loading this woman onto the stretcher, and bringing her back inside, you can see some of the trepidation in the eyes of some of the other people as you slip out and back up at the causeway of the exit. That you, once you reach it, you very quickly start to run up.
Just bolt out of there, yeah.
Yeah, you just get out of there as fast as you possibly can. You
Guys.
find yourself
sorry.
back out onto the street next to the mystery machine with Chad, Ronin, and Violet all kind of huddled around the vehicle there.
I'm gonna like run up and like start panting like, guys, I just saw some shit.
Oh, hey, Fire.
Okay. I'm glad that you're all good. Can we go home now?
What happened?
Yeah, the probing and the chipping is definitely not nice. I just saw them like blow a lady's head up. I mean, like
Right.
metaphorically, not like actually, because that would have been a lot messier.
It would have
Right. But they like fried her brain though still.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Do you remember the noises that they made?
Yeah, it was like, yeah, like an MRI machine.
It sounded like a 56K modem booting up.
Yeah, similar to that as well.
Fire, do you have any like kind of recording devices or anything that's going on while you're?
I do, but I forgot to charge it this morning.
Oh. Because if you could have played the noises that it made when that lady was fried, we could give those noises to Alex and he could maybe decipher the code that.
I mean, oh man.
Is there?
Well, I can remember it. I've got a pretty good ear for
Can you
like
play it
pitch and
on
everything.
your instrument?
Yeah, can we like hook up a charger in the van?
Yeah, we
'Cause-
got a car charger.
Right, that's yeah, good job. And let's hear it. You think you,
I like
you know,
show I showed
yeah.
Chad and Ronin the connection for the charging port that I made for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah, this is how it charges. It's got like these 6 magnetic attachments.
Mm-hmm.
Can you make this work?
Oh yeah.
And I explain. I'm like, this one's ground. These 3 are hot, and it's got like several other just magnetic things for fun.
Yeah.
It looks cool, and there's 6 of them.
Ronan, give me a really easy jury rig check.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna be super complicated because
No.
I made this.
Basically, all you have to do is not roll on. That's it. It's really simple. 1 in 10 chance that you fuck it up, and even then, oof, it's
2, right?
close. That was close, but yeah.
You
Like,
guys
Wow.
were talking about it. You made it.
You're
You made it
still
happen.
you're still really good. Yeah. You hook up Fire's custom synth keytar to the battery of the mystery machine, and you charge it up over the course of the next like half hour. You guys kind of just like sit out there with the mystery machine just kind of like idling as you all
The orange tip of the guitar starts like flashing red as it charges.
nice.
Yeah. It was a great touch. We're just watching it.
Yeah. As you guys do this, some of the you can see that there are security personnel exiting from the factory out into the rest of the street. And they are talking to the medical officer who is doing all of the preliminary examinations. This security officer, they're talking to each other. I don't know, Ronin, did you want to use your mask that has your parabolic microphone to listen in on these people?
Yeah, okay. Can I zoom in and hear what they're saying as well?
Yeah.
I have what do I got? I got super audio. Extended hearing range, that's what it's called.
Nice.
Can I why don't I just plug my binoculars into the voice changer that we have, and then I can play the conversation for the group?
Yeah, sure. Give me another really quick jury rig check as you kind of just haphazardly patch these two things together.
1. Fumble. Oh, 3.
Yeah, you quickly rig up your parabolic microphone into the speech synthesizer that you guys have, and
I would also like to program the sound that Fire played into the voice thing, so I can play it out
So waiting
again
for it
from
to
like
charge.
my mouth.
yeah, we haven't quite gotten there just yet.
Okay.
The voices that come out from the speech, your speech synthesizer, you can hear this one very distinct robotic voice saying, "We're closing up operations for today. We need to contain a alpha to beta in progress during this time, and need to contain anyone else from the area who may have seen these things. Has anyone recently left the area?" The medical officer says, "Well, yes, a couple of people have left recently." He points over into the direction of the mystery machine, about
Get in the van.
the 60 yards away from where they are to you.
I get in the driver's seat.
Be careful. Anytime you peel out in a van, it always looks suspicious.
Well, I'm just getting in, just in case.
I'm just looking out for the squad here, but just be careful how you peel out.
Yeah, the security officers start to disperse the rest of the crowd that are outside waiting in line to enter in the building, and with quite a bit of hubbub, they are starting to get the crowd is starting to get mildly agitated as Viper starts to turn the ignition over of the mystery machine. Likewise, at the same time, Fire, your keytar has now been fully charged.
The end flashes green.
It does.
I'm like, hooray! All right. Violet, maybe you should cover your ears while I play this. I don't know why, but I think that's a good idea.
Sure.
I saw somebody's brain explode. And I mean, these two guys don't brains explode all the time, so
Okay. I do it, but I'm confused.
Fire, I need you to roll me a composition.
Okay.
You quickly jot down in your music sheet that you have available.
No, it's on my phone because it is part of the MIDI controller system.
Right.
So I just put it in the phone, and I'm like, this is what I'm playing, this is the key.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do a quick tune.
And then you...
I'm like, all right, guys.
Yeah. You play me a quick play instrument check. Or... Yeah, a play instrument.
Deep
Do you have...
deep breaths.
You have play instrument, right?
I have
Oh, good. You do.
Of course I do. I've got like everything here.
I would certainly hope that you would have play instrument.
I've got perform, I've got composition, I've got play instrument, I got wardrobe and style. I'm a good rocker boy.
Very good.
Who rolls terribly.
You try and play back the exact tonal keys that you heard being emanated from the large full-bodied cyborg inside the Dragonfly building. You play this like loud screeching like caterwaul. Everyone around you isn't sure if you're trying to play just some like really weird subgenre of like new techno music, or if you're actually trying to play like like a 56K modem dial-up sound. But you notice that somewhere in the crowd, a man who clearly has a cyber audio pickup as well as a coprocessor into his brain starts doing a half backflip into a electric slide.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
While you don't get the intended effect with your with your rolls, you have learned how to play the musical version of a body hack.
Oh. Nice.
Although you're not quite sure if you could replicate that again.
I totally could. I can just hit repeat.
Hit repeat. Oh yeah, I suppose that's true.
Play last thing.
Play last
MIDI
thing.
The guy does another backflip.
How many memory units does your keyboard have?
Well, it would have been like rewritten if I played anything after it.
Right.
It's
okay.
like
So it has a memory unit of one.
Ooh. No. I think I've.
It'll have to have like some kind of memory unit. Anything that stores like any kind of program.
Here, I'll say 2. And then I'll look into that.
As a memory units of 2. Okay.
I'll look into what that costs and scale of that.
Right. So you save this into your your ability, and then you guys peel off. I'm sure, no doubt. Unless Viper wants to stay exactly where you guys are.
No, I don't want to stay.
Oh, okay.
Do a sick peel, Viper. Make a badass like.
Badass peel. We burn in some rubber on the outside of the. Let's see here. A good peel.
The security officers of Dragonfly AV are closing in on you when the mystery machine just starts to peel out and drive off. They take a few lunging steps towards you to, try and grab onto the van, but they don't draw their weapons or fire at you, and you escape out into the night. In the rearview mirror, Viper, you can clearly see with your enhanced vision that the security officers, with their own enhanced visions, with some kind of laser radar, perhaps even LADAR, may be, they're most definitely scanning the back of your vehicle.
Can I drive erratically to try to prevent that?
I mean, you can definitely try.
I definitely want to try.
Sure.
Oh god, Chad, Ronin, did we install anti-tail measures in the mystery machine?
Would the laser go through a smoke screen? Can I decipher that by looking at it?
Yeah, give me a knowledge electronics.
I added luck to that.
A 21. Yeah, give me a knowledge electronics, please. Ronin.
Alright, sure. I'll put two luck on
it. Deploying any type of particles in the way of lasers is completely ineffective, or at least what you have available on you, Ronin. The gas that is contained in the back of the mystery machine that you could deploy, i.e. sticking your legs out the back. Sticking your legs out the back and then just like deploying all of your gas into a large cloud trailing behind would definitely not have the effect that you wanted.
Damn. Okay, well, can I see them? Like, with my goggles?
You can see them out of the rear view window, definitely.
Can I, like, scan the gun?
Oh, they're not aiming at a gun at you.
They're scanning our car, so can I see, by looking at the thing up close, how it's like gonna capture us? Like, do we have like a license plate that it's taking a picture of?
Yes, they're scanning. They're like 3D modeling the back of your vehicle for a rendering.
Damn. Okay, well then, can I take the license plate off and then close the doors?
Yeah, sure. Jury rig.
Yo.
You open up the bay doors of the back of the mystery machine.
Didn't do the thing.
Oh,
Woo.
look at that. You swing open the back bay doors of the mystery machine, and you quickly, within the space of like 5 seconds, with your one of your multi-tool hands, you just reach down underneath the bumper and just undo all of the bolts, grab the license plate, and bring it back in, all in the course of like 5 whole seconds. During this 5 seconds of the back of the bay doors being open, the scans get some resolution of the insides of the van as well.
Oh no.
Is it blurry? Just because I'm trying to avoid them with my driving.
Possibly. To what kind of resolution they managed to get scans of the inside of the vehicle are unbeknownst to you.
Right.
Nice.
The mystery machine pulls back up to the fire records building. And you all, once again, oh goodness, that's not what to do at all. Why is it doing that? There we go. The young Rockerboy and Rocker Girl are still outside, strumming away on their guitars, and they look back at you, and the young Rocker Boy says, "Hey, you know, I didn't recognize you earlier, but you're that fire guy, aren't you?"
Oh god. Yeah, my name's Fire, and this is my synthtar, Ember.
That's fucking rad, man. You know, it was a real shame that you didn't have it plugged in earlier. I would really like to jam with you. I saw you the other day. Well, not the other day, but a couple of months ago, when you mad ass motherfuckers broke up that Mad Mothers concert that was happening up here. That was really badass.
Oh man, that concert was so lame, man.
That concert was lame, but when you stepped up on stage, you really started to lay down some beats. That's for sure.
Oh man, I hope you left before the after show.
No, man, I saw the whole
fuck.
thing. It was pretty badass. I was in the crowd. You know, I gotta give mad props to anybody who's gonna pull a gun on a bunch of, you know, old bags like that who just want to rain down on people's fun.
Indeed, I'm just glad there was no videos.
Yeah, man. That's probably for the best, you know. Those old ladies would probably have your, you know, your tits in a vice by now if it were up to them.
I don't have tits.
Well, you could have fooled me. He gives you a nice little ribbing.
Oh no!
I'm just kidding around. My name's Joey. And the lady next to him introduces herself as, and my name's Monroe. How are you doing?
Oh. Are you guys the, sorry, Monroe? Monroe. Oh. Oh. Oh my. What a lovely lady. What instruments do you play?
Well, I mostly play the tambourine.
Ah. I bet finely, though.
She rattles her tambourine most expertly. You can tell that
Oh.
she has the deft ear for the high skill art of a tambourinist.
Of tambourine. Oh man, great times. Let's have an impromptu trio on the corner.
Well, I mean,
actually,
hey, don't you have like a whole record building right here with like
yeah, we could
actual
go like
building stuff?
we could like go drop a record right now and have it cut. Yeah, no props.
Cool. That sounds pretty rad.
Yeah, let's go inside. To the studio.
Into
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
the studio. Um, from there, Monroe, Joey, Chad, Violet, Maya, and Ronin.
I quickly like pack up my hammock.
You quickly
You
run
book it up the elevator.
up the elevator.
No, I don't run. I just like, I just go casual. Oh yeah, I run up the elevator and go like, pack up my hammock.
Yeah, you guys head up to the second floor, and Joey and Monroe follow you. Oh no, fire. The architects forgot to put a doorway.
I was like, how do I get?
Oh no! Oh no! Somebody forgot to put a door in.
They're gonna beat you
Shit.
because there's no door.
No!
Fire starts like kicking at the wall.
You can take the elevator.
No, he already took the elevator. There's no door. Oh look, there's one.
The fire just. Oh man, the
We have
worst.
magic doors.
Magic doors.
Apparently,
Yeah, look at that.
come friends to the studio.
The
Oh god, what is this to me? I quickly pack up.
oh god.
Pack.
That's your cardboard cutout of yourself.
Yes.
Oh man, is it? Oh my god, yes! I've got a cardboard cutout of myself. Fucking
Yeah.
yes!
And it's large. It's a very large cardboard cutout of yourself.
Oh man, that's
And you
the
can
best
tell
thing
it's
ever.
cardboard cutout
Ah,
because it's yeah, it's misshapen. It looks like that.
oh, that's beautiful.
Um,
Quick, hammock.
you take down your hammock and shove it into
Behind the cardboard cutout.
behind the cardboard cutout, and Joey and Monroe enter into the room with you. Monroe says, "Wow, Fire, this place is really banging. I can see why the old BDO Records building was so precious, and why you fought so hard to keep it."
Oh man, this is where I cut my first album. Couldn't let this treasure go to waste. Nickelback recorded here. I think only once, but
Joey says, "Wow, man, Nickelback? Really? They recorded here? These are some hallowed halls for sure. You know, I knew a Rockerboy poser ganger who looked exactly like Chad Kroger. He was a real cool guy. Haven't seen much of him though. Never knew what happened to him. I think he got replaced by a Ric Flair impersonator."
oh man, I don't know. I didn't keep up with them, but I know there's a museum that you can go to, and they've got an exhibit on Nickelback. Maybe that's got more information.
Oh,
They also have a good Elvis exhibit
Do you
on,
mean
I
at
think, Tuesdays.
Rick's Rock Emporium? I've been
Rick's
there.
Rock Emporium.
Yeah,
Man.
that place is pretty cool. I hear that there was a gunfight there not too long ago.
Let me tell you a funny story about the last time I was there.
At Rick's Rock Emporium?
Yeah. I went into one of the hollow booths,
Mm-hmm.
and because I pretended to be one of the exhibits.
Wow, that's pretty rad, man. Hey,
Hey,
you want
man.
to cut a rug?
Yeah, I'm gonna get into like the mixing chair, and they can go in. Actually, I'm just gonna set some things up quickly,
Joey
hit record,
rolls
and then walk in
some
after.
composition and tunes up his guitar. Oh, nice. Yeah, look at that. Joey rolled a 21.
Nice.
Joey shows his skills of an artist in the studio booth as he lays down a track on in the studio of some really thick guitar riffs. You
Sorry.
hear the very reminiscent of a young Eddie Van Halen.
Oh man.
And then upon his completion of that, Monroe heads in to do her quick little tamburining.
Oh man. Sample this. Quickly edit that. Up the bit rate here.
Yeah.
All right, we're banging. Okay, get in there. Lay that tamb. I need thick tamb, and I need to have a fast-paced rhythm to mix with that fat beat that was just dropped. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they both are quite competent at their both preferred medium of expression. You find kindred spirits in both Joey and Monroe Fire, and the two of them are both, all very, cool, hip and happening.
Oh man.
Joey says, "Hey, Fire, why don't I take a couple of minutes in the mixing booth and, you get in there and you show me what you got.
Oh
Maybe
man.
we can mix this all together and, we'll have the #1 top album here."
Oh shit. All right. Let me make sure my instrument's in tune as well. It was fine. It was already there. Didn't have to do anything. All right. All right. Hit me with that fat beat and that tamb in my headphones here, and I'll lay down some synth here.
The system is down. The system is down.
That is an
Oh,
old
man.
callback. Homestar
Oh
Runner?
man, here's.
Don't forget to use your luck.
I've used it already.
He already
Oh,
used
you
his.
used-
He already
used
used
all
all.
of it?
He used all of
Oh,
his luck
goodness.
not to get stuck inside the dragonfly factory.
Oh,
It was well worth it, I think. Can I have a mod for this really amazing fat beat and tam in my ear?
Yeah, you get a +2.
Ah, sick. Oh man. All right, I'm gonna lay down some synth. It's gonna be like a whole bunch of samples and an underline.
Okay.
I wish we could play some. Can we play a? See if I can find a track that's free that we could play.
Yes, that's the thing. Yeah.
I've got a
Can't,
spreadsheet of them.
I can't play any music that is copyrighted.
Here, I got one.
Oh, I don't know if I can
Oh.
play that. See, we shall see.
If you download it quickly, you can just chuck it into the jukebox on Roll20.
Looks like
You can just like literally drag and drop it in.
Yeah. Oh, I need to log in.
Oh, do you?
No,
Oh,
that's not
I'm
happening.
sorry.
That ain't happening.
Here, I'll download it and send it to you.
Okay, we'll just edit all of this out in post. Is there anything other people want to be doing while Fire is laying down some fat beats?
Can I make my put the sound effect into the voice changer?
The sound effect that makes people do a backflip and then the Macarena?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Give me a programming check.
Oh, here we go. Oh, not awful.
Not awful, not the greatest. The effectiveness of this sound wave dot MWV file that you have created, the effectiveness of it will have a strength of 3.
Okay.
There isn't really any synth in it, but it'll work. It's a good rocky tune.
Done.
Oh wait,
Can I use
I
this time?
I got a better one actually. I think.
Can I use
Either of
this
these
time
two.
to refill
Pick one.
my gas
up to you.
canisters?
You never deployed your gas canisters.
Right. I can only have certain amounts in each leg.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to change them to the ones that I wanted.
Right. Yeah, you can definitely do that. Although, as to the pertinency to what we'll be doing for the rest of the game, as we'll be wrapping up here really quickly. I don't know.
I want to see if I can reach out like Griff and other solos to see if there's other stories about like kind of what we experienced today, or what Fire saw basically.
Yeah, sure. You call up Griff, and he answers a few minutes later. Violet, it's good to hear from you. I haven't heard from you well, since Maisie died. How you been doing? I heard that you found her killer and, fuck that guy up. Good on you. She deserves that retribution.
Yeah, we fucked that guy up pretty good. I mean, we basically suffocated in his own like fluids, and it was pretty gross.
That's
So
good to
fucked
hear.
up.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, yeah.
He didn't deserve any less than that, that's for sure.
No. Well, you told me about that opportunity at Dragonfly AV, and I went today. And it was some girl's brain got fried from something. I don't know if they're putting in an implant, but it doesn't look good.
Yeah, hey, Maisie? Or, oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why I called you Maisie there just now. Just thinking about times, the good old days, you know? It was just the three of us. But, Violet,
Yeah.
I gotta tell you something about those dragonfly guys.
Yeah.
Don't get too close to them. They'll, those corpo types, they'll chew somebody up and spit you out real quick. And from what I understand, some of the people in our profession who's gone over to them are get borged up real quick after joining up with them.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. I'm not too interested in hanging out with the corpos. But yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, just be careful. Word on the street is that these guys are offering out some pretty decent upgrades, but terms and conditions apply. If you catch my drift.
Yeah, I'm catching that drift.
Yeah.
Oh, but Fire wants to go out for more ice cream sometime. He's yelling at me while I'm talking to you.
He's still hanging out with that lion? That's good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's the place is good. I don't have to really pay for that old shit box I lived in before.
Nice. Well,
Yeah.
maybe I'll come swing by a new place sometime and can reminisce about old times, and hell, I'll even bring a pint of Rocky Road for the old time's sake.
Yeah.
Like that time we were in Baskin Robbins. Holy shit. Those were good
No,
times.
it wasn't Baskin Robbins. It was Raskin Bobkins.
Raskin
Bobbins?
Bobbins? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm sorry. I get confused sometimes. That AV crash really jogged my noggin there real good.
Yeah. I mean, how's it going? You looked pretty banged up in the hospital.
Yeah, well, I lost my right leg, my left arm, half my face was gone, but Trauma Team Gold employment package does have its perks.
This is true.
He turns on his video chat, and you can see Griff's face. The patchwork of scars that is most of his face from before is half of it. He now looks like the Terminator on a clear half of his face. Don't look so shocked. I'm getting some sin skin plastered over this next week once the rest of my benefits kick back in before I head back to work. I know it looks a little grisly right now, but I mean, no worse for wear than I was before.
You look good, buddy.
he gives you a big smile, and you can see the the joining of his flesh to the metallic skin of his face kind of flex a little bit, and it's this macabre type of expression across his face, just kind of very unpleasant look of man fused with machine. I'm not quite sure how much of Griff is really left in there, but he still has his upbeat attitude to keep him going.
That's all we need.
That's all you really need.
Yeah, well, you can drop by sometime, and if you hear anything about Dragonfly, I'd be interested.
Yeah, I'll keep my ears open to the ground, and if I hear anything, suspicious, which, probably will, I'll let you know.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll talk to you later.
Sounds good, Violet. It's good talking to you. He hangs up the phone, and you spend your time in the studio having a jam session with the two of them. Joey produces a bottle of a brand of Unicorn Lightning vodka, and pops it open and produces a couple of shot glasses and pours one for each of the three of you, and raises up a toast to you, Fire, and says, "Hey, that was really good. Hopefully we can work again sometime, and maybe this will get me enough money so that I can buy a ring for this pretty young lady over here, so that we can,
do you guys have a place to stay? Out of curiosity.
Yeah, I got a place that I stay not too far away from here in one of the large cab blocks.
Because don't we have like a whole block of like apartments or something here? Yeah, we have a few. We have like a few spare rooms. If you guys ever want to, hang out here and like cut a record for like a week or something.
Yeah.
Instead of just a single.
I mean, we could definitely do something like that. Yeah. Why not?
It's always better to stay where you're recording, I always say.
Sure.
You get more into the groove.
You know what? You make a good point. Hey, Monroe, what do you say? We'll stay here for a week or so, and, we'll cut a record here with this guy, and, maybe that'll give us enough money that we can, move out on our own and get our own place. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea, Joey. I'd love to do that. The two of them pound back another shot of vodka and pour you another one.
Nice.
And say, hopefully this is the start of a beautiful friendship.
And many more albums to come.
Yeah, huzzah!
Down the vodka.
Down the vodka. With that, we will end our session there for this week.